What's up, everybody? This is Ashton again from MuseThemes.com, presenting today our new Tooltips widget. It's a simple widget, but a pretty essential utility widget that allows you to easily incorporate a tooltip to any element on your Muse page with very quick setup. You can have as many on the page as you like, and you can control the size, position, entrance animation, as well as the trigger interaction, as we can see here by these hover tooltips on top and these click tooltips down below. Couple key specifics to point out on the setup, so let's just dive right into Muse. I have our build theme here open to our reviews page, and what we've done here for each of these reviewers, we've removed all of the people's names from the reviews themselves. So what I'm going to do is integrate our Tooltips widget to display their name that way instead. So let's go to our library and we'll drag the Tooltips widget out onto our page. Now, I'd recommend keeping the widget itself placed off canvas. The placement of the widget doesn't matter and will not affect the widget's functionality, so keeping it off canvas and out of the way is kind of ideal and keeps our layout uncluttered. But what I will do here is copy and paste the widget a couple of times so that we have 3 total. And I'll just align them with our first 3 reviewers here just for our reference. Now let's open the settings panel for the first tooltip. First option we get is our element graphic style. Now this is of course how we link the widget to a particular element on our page. We can see a default graphic style of tip 1 has been entered. Now you can use this or make one of your own, but either way we need to assign a matching graphic style to the element that we want our tooltip on. In this case, our first bearded fella here on the top. So let's select his image, and then we'll open our graphic styles panel, click this icon here to create a new style, double-click on the style to change its name, and we'll simply name the style Tip 1. Perfect. Let's jump back into the settings panel. Next option is our tooltip message, where we can enter basically anything we want. So let's give each person a name and a company. We'll name this guy Keanu Reeves, and his company is The Real World. Cool. Next is our font family. Now this can be anything you want, again, but you'll want to make sure that you use the same font family for each instance of this widget on a page. So for now, I'll just leave this as sans serif. Next is tooltip position, where you can customize where the tooltip will appear in relation to the element. I'll just leave this on top for now, since we have room above each of the speaker's heads. Interaction. Now this determines if the tooltip is activated with either a hover or a click, so let's just leave it as hover for now. Animation style. We have 4 options here in a drop-down for various entrance animations. I'll just leave this one as shift, but we'll vary them as we go down. Animation duration and delay controls the entrance speed. And of course you can increase these numbers if you want this animation to occur slower. And finally, theme and size allow you to control the tooltip's actual appearance. Now all the styling here is handled using preset hard-coded themes, and this improves the stability and better handling of multiple widgets. So using dark and light themes along with the sizing options allows for use with any background color, as well as applying all of the sizing attributes in one simple setting, which ensures that there's no padding or margin issues. So lots of control to work with here. Real quick, let's get 2 more of our peeps linked up. First we'll need to set up the subsequent graphic style, so I'll select this lady here, and we'll create a new graphic style for her. And we'll call it Tip 2. And we'll repeat the process with reviewer number 3. And we'll name this one Tip 3. Perfect. And lastly, let's get the widgets linked up. So I'll expand the settings panel for our second widget, update our graphic style to Tip 2, and we'll name her Scarlett Johansson, and her company is Superheroes LLC. We'll get our font family set, and let's change the interaction of this one to a click. And let's change up the animation as well. We'll make it perspective. And lastly, number 3. We'll update our graphic style to Tip 3. Let's name her Viola Davis, and her company is Keating Enterprises. We'll get our font set up, and change our animation to fade. Perfect. So let's give this whole thing a preview. Awesome. Now let's hover over our first guy. Perfect. We've got our animation working with a hover. Second person, this one works with a click. Just like that, with a new animation. And lastly, our fading animation with a hover, functioning beautifully. So that's our Tooltips widget. We hope you enjoy. It's a nice little addition to our utility widgets library, and one that's pretty essential yet very easy to use. So thanks again for watching, and we'll catch you next time. Take care.